Design Speedrun number 2. I meant to record this like 3 days ago, but I've been playing way too much Baldur's Gate 3, so here we are. The Baldur's Gate Design Speedrun. I'm changing the rules a little bit. You can't stop me. I made them up. I gave myself 5 assets instead of 3 this time, just so we can make something cooler. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and we're gonna make something Baldur's Gate themed, I guess. So let's go. Okay, we're in Photoshop. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assets. Let's make something out of them. I think I might do like a celestial castle thing, like on this star background. So I'm gonna grab the stars. I'm also gonna make a border on this one. I think I'm gonna just grab this. Probably a better way to do this. But this is how I've done this since I was a 12-year-old. Yo, whatever. 12-year-old me's goated. So I'm gonna clip that, scale this up. I'm gonna blur it, filter blur, Gaussian blur, dig that. And now I'm going to put a grain on it with my filter gallery. Cool, I think I'm gonna just saturate it, and then I'm gonna crunch it. So levels, crunch it, make a little more white in there. That looks great to me. That's a border. So now we have the sky. I don't wanna just like do whatever with the sky. I'd love to like do something interesting with it, I guess. We'll see how we work that out. So I'm going to grab this, I'm going to colorize it like crazy. I want it super saturated. Actually, I might even do a color balance so I can get like not just one color in there. So I'm gonna do my shadows like really purpley, I think, like purpley. And then my midtones I'll kind of get over here in the blues, super saturated. My highlights I'll put like some warmth back in there. But now we have this crazy blue background that I could then blur if I wanted to. Not as much as the back, I don't think. And then I could do the same thing we just did. So I'm gonna go and apply grain to it. I dig that. And then I could also like dupe it and then change the color. I do this all the time. And then I'm gonna put a mask on this and just like paint to define some areas. We get some interest going on. I'm gonna do the same thing, maybe the opposite direction, like get some green in here. Look at that. Now I can merge them or like make them into a smart object. It's probably the intelligent thing to do. And then I could, if I wanted to, like schmutz through these, but I like this color vibe. I'm going to isolate this castle, I think, on, oh, there's no way I'm cutting out that tree. Okay, so let's do this lazy mode. This is a speedrun after all, right? We're going to go boom, 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 boom. I'm going to come up here. I'm cutting this out with the lasso tool because I don't care if these are destructive or not. I will never open this file again. Gonna keep cutting this out like just super fucking rough with this lasso, as rough as I can. And then I don't really care about this. I'm gonna cover it up with like a space hill. I'm gonna grab this foreground hill. I'm giving myself agency here to be just absolutely disgustingly rough with these masks. So that's what it is. And I got these, so I can take this now and do edit, content aware scale. Get something interesting. I'm gonna do that. Nice. Like it. And then I want something in the background too, so I'm probably gonna cut this out here, do that, shrink it down, stretch it out. Feels like a lot bigger, but since I did such a hard edge, I can still get away with it being, you know, landscape in the background. Doesn't look weird. Cool. And then I'm probably gonna colorize these so that they feel rad. I'm gonna do the same thing with the filter gallery and the noise. I love that. Image adjustment levels. Bring that down so it feels dark back there. I'm also going to put like an inner shadow on it. It should feel part of this scene, so I'm going to give it some light. Why is it color picking blue? It's because I put that there, but just like a hard light to kind of separate it. And then same in this foreground, I'm going to colorize this guy. I'm going to use a color balance. So I'm going to like go in my shadows, make that purpley, and then go in my highlights, make those like more of like a reddish color, like you're seeing in the background there, with a little bit of blue, and then the midtones are gonna be like that nice blue. Cool. I think I'm actually gonna put this out of focus, so I'll blur it, Gaussian blur it. I like that. The same blur, or the same grain we've been putting on everything at this point. On that's really cool. And then the tower, I was thinking the tower, we could like, I don't know, do something fun with it. So we could maybe make this black and white. Image adjustments, levels, black and white, that's cool. Make it feel, you know, separate from the rest of our composition a little bit, a little more important maybe. And then I'm gonna put grain on it. Can you believe it? To saturate the grain. And then I would put halftone on it, I think too, just to like give it some something. I always use these Kyle halftones. Kyle's the goat. And anyone who's touched Photoshop knows Kyle's the goat. So I'm gonna go grab some Kyle brushes, throw in halftone on the side just quickly to try to define it a bit. And then I'm gonna do the same with whites, kind of like a messy brush stroke, and then some maybe like around here. Sometimes I'll get like super small with this and just give myself details or whatever around. So you can do that. And then also we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to put an inner shadow in it to help it pop. I'll make a white one though, so it really stands out. I'll put it like to the distance is like 2 or something, 2 or 3. 3 looks cool. This is rad. And then the other thing I'm going to want to do here, I think, is like I want to grab these windows and make some of them glowing. So I'm just going to grab like super rough cuts of these and then dupe it. That will give us a new layer of just my windows. I'm going to clear the layer style on that. Then I'm going to take this like foreground layer and I think I'm going to clip it to these windows so then they can give me the color of the windows. This like really bright pinky color. I can make this into a smart object. This is looking better than I thought it would. I'm going to grab Gale. I'm going to throw him in the background. Maybe he's going to be overlooking our tower. Like this is his tower. Huh? So ominous, dude. So ominous. I'm going to crunch his levels because I'm going to lighten it, like put him in there like as, you know, a lighten or something so that the darks don't come through as much. I'm going to lower his saturation a little bit. What's he look like if I just throw it back there? Let's see what our man looks. Oh, it looks like Jared Leto, dude. It looks like Jared Leto. It's not what I was going for. I wasn't going for, you know, a cult leader in my background, but like, hey, it's kind of sick. I'm gonna throw a color balance on him, do the same thing in my shadows. I'm gonna like put some purples in there. My highlights, I'm also gonna put some of those like blues and pinks that we've been using everywhere. Blues and pinks, also known as purple. I'm gonna do the same thing I did earlier. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna do a soft brush on here, set it to black, dissolve on my layer mask there, just so I can like give him some schmutz around the edges. Cool. And now let's like make these windows glowing or something in perspective. So I'm going to give myself, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing. Just use like a big soft brush. So we'll grab that. Our next window, like I'm not going to do exact perspective coming out of this, but just doing it roughly. We're going to do the same thing. Grab the pink, grab whatever colors we want. Pink, orange. I need that orange. Awesome. And then our final one is here. So, and then we'll see what it looks like. And if it doesn't look good, we'll delete it. I don't love it. Maybe like an overlay to just give some color. That's okay. And then we'll use our final thing. This, I want to get this maybe like in front of the mountains back here. We can like maybe get us like a swirl of something going on, like some magical energy maybe like from the base of the tower. So I'm going to crunch the shit out of my levels. I'm going to try to do this fast. Crunch the shit out of my levels, do this, saturate it like crazy. We find like a pinky color where it's close to like what we've been doing maybe like over here somewhere. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to set this to lighten or screen, and then I'm gonna rotate it, boom. I'm gonna put a mask on it, boom. We're gonna paint it a bit. There's some of that. I think I'm just gonna, rather than it being multiple colors, I'm just gonna saturate this one color and colorize like this. Yeah, it looks way better. And I'm gonna kind of dupe it, put it around just as a magical texture in our scene. And, oh, that's not a window I intended to open. And I think we could call that done. Nope. I just realized I didn't use a boulder. We need to use a boulder. It's freaking Baldur's Gate, dude. Like, what am I doing speedrun with no boulder in the Baldur's Gate? Speedrun? Am I drunk? We're gonna make some asteroids. Fastest thing I'm ever gonna do. Desaturate. We're gonna crunch these boys. Boom. Boom. Also, check out this lighting. It's 3 hours later. I'm gonna put a filter on this. I'm gonna make it contrasty. I'm gonna add more. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna desaturate it. Does that look sick? And we're gonna make like a little asteroid belt out of these guys. I'm gonna rotate some more natural, a little bit more varied. Rotate this guy, put him over here. I'm gonna blur it. Cool. I'm gonna put noise on that guy too. Cool. Also gonna desaturate that. And then maybe I'll like grab these, merge them. Cool. Yeah, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. And then maybe I'll invert this. That's sick. That's sick. I'm gonna grab it, put another one over here, make it smaller. And then all these, I'm gonna merge these guys. They get an inner shadow too. Orangey, or like purple maybe. Nah, I like that. Done! For real this time.
It's CFAN!